We're headed to the sulfur beds. We're headed to the sulfur beds. We're headed to the sulfur beds.
We are at the hot springs here in Tbilisi. This was the original attraction of the city and the raison d'etre for its location here. As you can see, there are ventilation shafts along the roof here of the sulfur springs, and it was known to have healing properties. People have been flocking to this part of the Caucasus for many centuries to try to benefit from the healing properties of the sulfur springs. Potentates and dignitaries and ordinary people, even Stalin would come here to benefit from the hot springs. It is surrounded by a garden and lovely architecture of the old city. Some of the entryways into the sulfur springs appear to be locked and not in use, but we're going to see if some of them are actually still in use. It looks like across the street there may be an entrance that Nicole has found that is still actually in use, so we're going to meander on over there. There's good security here with the police on the scene, tourists from all over the world, all kinds of languages being spoken, and we're going to see, this says the Royal Bath. We're going to see if we can enter or what the entrance fee might be to get into the Royal Bath, and whether or not we should have brought a bathing suit. Can you go in? And we are under the Narikala Fortress here, so all of this is in very close proximity, some of these major attractions. And we're going to go down into the sulfur springs here and see whether or not one can still take a bath in the sulfur springs, or if it's just a historical attraction. Looks like Ho Chi Minh was here at one point. That might not actually be Ho Chi Minh.
You have that?
Okay.
This is for 1 hour in a private room. You have the pool.
Okay.
You have the shower place. You have the changing place and the somewhere where to sit.
Okay.
Or you want to go for the extravagant.
For the extravagant is 120, which is like 40 bucks. 70 lari is like 20 bucks, a little bit more than 20 bucks.
For 1 hour.
I mean, maybe Eden could use it. I don't know.
Yeah, why not? If we're here, let's go do it. And,
it's a once in a lifetime thing. We're going down into the sulfur springs for real. Eden, are you excited?
I'm not gonna be like in water.
It's water. Maybe it's gonna heal your little rash. Eden has a slight rash from the swimming pool from chlorine.
What? 1 towel is enough.
Ask her. There's no chlorine in the water, right?
Is there any chlorine?
Their word for chlorine might not be the same.
Natural.
Natural. What is this, the waiting room?
Looks pretty nice. That's definitely
I know. He's bringing you towels. And some kind of sultan is behind him on the wall. Is this the way?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, those guards, so make sure not.
That's right. Those guards will...
Emergency, you can take one of the guard's swords.
Oh yeah. Borrow one of those swords. And... Sulfury, you smell the sulfur? Smells like old eggs, right? Okay, be careful guys, it's slippery. The floor is slippery, buddy. And here we are, down in our private chamber of the sulfur bath. I think this is a private chamber. You don't like that sulfury smell? Oh, and there's the ventilation shaft that we saw from above.
If I need a cold shower, cold no problem. Baby, see, okay? Baby. Very hot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Here we are. We're actually made it down into the... I really didn't think we would come down here.
I know. And it looked really bad from the bottom.
I know, it looked like it wasn't even in use. It was just some old stones. I didn't know it was actually,
I was really iffy about it.
didn't realize they literally still use the sulfur baths. Okay.
So what do I do?
So let's check out our private room here. Okay, so this is, oh my God, it is really intense heat in here. Okay, get careful guys, it's slippery. Very intense heat and a strong sulfur smell. I guess you, after you get in the hot water.
She said 3 minutes in.
Oh, and the ceiling is kind of 3 minutes in the water and then rinse off in under this cold water, and you keep going back and forth. It's not too deep, it's about 4 feet deep. So we have 1 hour? That's not bad for $20. Or 23 or about $22, I guess. Let's make sure the door is locked. Okay. Oh, good point, Dakota. We do have slippers here.
That is more. These people don't know what hot is.
It's very old, centuries old facilities here, but still perfectly functional. The air, the water rather, is constantly circulating out of these pipes, and then there's a released valve, I guess you could say, or an area here where it flows out and flows directly down the drain. You can see there where it goes down onto the floor. It's weird to think that Stalin would have used this same facility several decades ago, because he definitely had a lot of ailments and was constantly using these baths here and in Sochi, Russia, southern Russia near Georgia.